Are you a pre-medical student that just feels completely overwhelmed? There's so much information available to you, but every time you try to put your best foot forward, you just get stressed out and you quit. I think I may know why. Stay tuned. Hey, mentee, it is a Dr. Nortey, your favorite medical mentor, and I am back with another video today. Today, we're going to be talking about three different reasons why these pre-med streets may be stressing you out. And I want to make sure that you're getting the tools and the resources that you need in order to be successful on your pre-med journey. If you haven't already done so, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe so that this information gets out to all my pre-med mentees to make sure that you guys reach your dreams of becoming physicians. And if you have not subscribed to the MKN Mentoring newsletter, do that now as well. You want to make sure that you're staying abreast on everything MKM mentoring, conferences, wellness, important dates, and so much more. Make sure you go ahead and do that. Everything is down in the description box, so do that now. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. As technology has advanced, we've gained so much access to a lot of different information and resources. And sometimes that is a blessing, but other times it can be to our detriment. So the first one is that you may be using too many resources, mentee, especially when it comes to studying for the MCAT. There's so many different platforms that will help you get prepared for the MCAT, but you need to figure out which one is the best for you. I think that at baseline, every pre medical student should be referencing the AAMC website. There's so much information on that site to get you prepared. There's practice tests and other questions that they ask you on that platform that can get you ready for your MCAT. But then on the other side, there's other programs like UWorld, Blueprint, Kaplan, Princeton Review, Jack Weston, and so many others. You need to pick a system that works for you. Some are very heavy on content, some are heavier on questions, some are heavier on visual and auditory learning. So you have to understand what type of learner you are and which system would work best. In my experience, a lot of students try to use all of them or many of them, and they pick and choose which sections they want to use. I know for Jack Weston, he's really big on cars. So I understand using that for the car section. However, choose Blueprint, choose UWorld, choose Kaplan, and stick with it. All of the different systems teach in a different way. So you have to know which way works best for you and stick with that. Using too many resources just could put you in the weeds and make it more difficult to understand information that's already complex. So we want to simplify and reduce the number of resources we are using to study for a big exam like the MCAT. In the same line with using too many resources, the second one is that you are listening to too many voices. Social media is full of different people, like myself, that are trying to encourage pre medical students to go to medical school and helping them on their journey. So, for example, Dr. Norte would typically say, don't submit your primary application until you have your MCAT score in hand. Prepare early, take your test early. So that's April or March, so that you can have your test scores by May before that submit date comes. Another mentor may tell you, go ahead, submit your application before you have your MCAT in hand so that you can get verified. Two different sets of advice, both may work. However, now you, as the pre medical student, are confused. Who should you listen to? Who is correct? The truth is that there's a lot of different ways to get into medical school. So you have to pick which voices are actually going to be the ones that will lead you in this process. So you have to see, who do I gel with? Who do I resonate with the most? Who is leading me in a way that I feel comfortable speaking with them? I feel comfortable engaging with them, comfortable engaging with the community that they have fostered, and I know will lead me to success as I am pursuing a career in medicine. You need to have primary voices that you trust and that you are comfortable with listening to the advice or guidance that they may give you. Honestly, you're not going to listen to any one voice and take every single thing that they say as the Bible. You still have to listen to your inner knowing and what works best for you. However, it's very hard when you have so many cooks in the kitchen because then you don't know which recipe is right. Do you add eggs to mac and cheese or do you not? You get it? So choose one primary person that you are planning to listen to, and that may make your journey a little bit easier. And with there being so much information, so many voices available, a lot of times you know exactly what information you want, but you just don't know where to find it. And that's my third one. You know the information that you need, but you simply don't know where to go in order to locate the information. And that could be very, very frustrating. So sometimes you may put it into ChatGPT or Claude, and they're going to give you a lot of other resources. And you don't know if that information is up to date for when you may be applying to medical school. Like I stated previously, every student that is applying through AMCAS, so to MD schools, allopathic schools, needs to be abreast on AAMC. You have to be on the AAMC website. There is so much information there. And I know it's dense. There is a lot of information there. So sometimes you don't know exactly where to click. And I'm definitely going to do another follow up video on how to navigate the AAMC website. So definitely look out for that in the future. Also, if you're applying to osteopathic or DO schools, you need to be on the AACOM website, okay? That is going to be your staple platforms for allopathic schools, which is AAMC, and then for osteopathic schools, AACOM. Make sure that you know those websites, bookmark them in your browsers so that you don't have to continuously type them in. You can just click a button because 9 times out of 10, the information that you need is going to be there. Of course, if it's school specific, you want to go directly to that school's website, or you can also contact an administrator at that school to ask a question if it is a nuanced question or very personal to your own case. So, those are your staples. Of course, there's some other websites that you can look at, but 9 times out of 10, those places are going to be the best place to start to look for information. I know that this pre med process could sometimes feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. In your mind, sometimes more equals more success. However, in this instance, narrowing down the resources that you're using, narrowing down the voices that you're listening to, and also going to the correct places to look for information may actually work out better for your situation. So, in this instance, less is actually more. Okay. So, we're trying to decrease burnout, we're trying to decrease stress, we're trying to decrease overwhelm to make sure that you are reaching your goals of becoming a physician. So, if you guys have gotten anything good from this video, go ahead, like this video. Also, tell all of your classmates, your friends that Dr. Nortey is giving out gems on MKM Mentoring's YouTube page. Share this video with them. I would be more than appreciative. And if you have not already done so, go ahead, subscribe to the MKM Mentoring newsletter so that you can stay in the know of everything MKM Mentoring. If you have any questions, go ahead, type it down in the comment box. I will definitely get back to you. I love chatting with you all. Until next time, Mentee. See you later.